mom came into the room and she's like, look at my phone. And then I couldn't see it, so I had to look at mine. I'm like, oh.
I can't bet against Tom Brady. I have the Bucks winning 31-27 and Tom Brady going to his 10th championship.
Yeah, and I really think the Clippers' chance to win the championship was last year. And they were up 3-1 against the Denver Nuggets.
Chris Paul is one of the most underrated players of all time. He's been the best player wherever he goes, and that includes with the Rockets.
You said you can't bet against Tom Brady, and as a Cowboys fan and what I just did last weekend, I am not going to bet against Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. I mean, that's all I can really say. There's two of the top 5 players in the league, and they are very, very good.
Hello, I'm Taylor Hearn, and you listen to The Outsiders' Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Thank y'all. Happy anniversary, Austin. 2 years. Appreciate you dealing with me for 2 years, especially NHL wise.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. There's been some good times, been some bad times. Man, there's been some bad times.
But there have been fun ones.
Yeah, they're all fun. All the bad ones have been fun.
Sorry.
You're all good. I've enjoyed it. It's been fun. But man, have there been some rough times.
Yes. We have our hills, we have our peaks, then we have our valleys, and then we have our peaks again.
Yeah, and then we have our Mariana Trenches.
Yes. So, if you can't, our theme is best moments, worst moments. We've been talking about it. Worst moment for me is Minnesota Timberwolves. Close second is the Cardinals. My argument is, though, they had to go on a historical run to prove me wrong. Like, it was historical. No one expected it.
But the issue was, for me, that he was dying on the hill. It was a couple games left, and you were praying so hard that somehow the Cardinals train would end. It never did. Once you predicted they would actually win.
Yeah. So
the Timberwolves one was pretty bad, especially because they were not even remotely close to the playoffs. Like, they didn't even make the play-in. Like, it was not even a question.
Did the play-in exist yet?
Yeah, I think that was the first year of it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that was definitely the first year of it. But they didn't even get close to making that. So they were like 10 games out of a play-in spot.
I don't think that's when they got the number 1 overall pick, I think.
No.
Or was it the year after?
Yeah, that was the year before.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why you said that they were going to be so good, because now they have number 1 pick and all that. I was like, there's no shot. Okay.
So, a little conversational thing. I also liked when we changed I love the intros. I love doing those. Those are fun. But like when we changed how we were going to record, I'm pretty sure you all know we scheduled them. But Outsider Opinions of the Week, which, first of all, Austin came up with the name. Great name, because we have opinions. And we disagree hard. And that's one thing I love about our video. Sometimes you're like 100% agree with you. And it's like wild takes. Like our wild take. Kareem's number 1 overall player. We both agree on that. Then we get to Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff. And you and I are on opposite sides of the world. Like, no, it is not this. Or the Juan Soto deal. No, we're not doing this. Also, there will be an update on the Juan Soto deal. But we're going to have a bet. I'm looking forward to that. And then
we're still wrinkling it out. We're still making sure that it can make sense and be easy to communicate and also easy to see who wins.
Yes,
but
yes.
I'm excited for it. I've had my fair share of winning and losing in this. My worst moment, it's close as well. The one, was it what draft was it? I think it was it the MLB draft? I don't think I got a single right pick.
Really? Which pick what? Because we got the Jack Leiter.
I'm talking about this year.
No, you got one, right? I thought you got 1 pick.
Whatever, one of those drafts. I am so bad at draft predicting. I'm just not in the same headspace of most GMs. Now, I can pick who I think is going to be a really good player and they can become a really good player. but me and drafts, predicting drafts, really bad. I think I normally win most of the prediction videos that are not drafts, and I'm pretty sure you've won most of the last drafts
I have been on a hot streak of late. First
of
year,
drafts.
no, I'm saying in predictions lately. I kicked butt in the NBA predictions. I poo pooed the NHL one. But the first year, you kicked my butt in predictions.
Oh yeah, that was.
Like, it
I
was.
would. I don't. It was a while before you even won one.
Yes. But then I went on a hot streak because I won one. Then we started doing drafts, and I got those. And then NBA ones, I've been kicking butt.
I think I
NHL.
beat you in the NBA preseason one, like the one we did before the season started. But we still need to do that one.
Yeah, we still need to look over. We'll look over them.
Yeah.
I think you won the NFL one. I'm not sure. I think you. I don't know. But so we've done those, and then funny moment for me is the toilet paper, Great Value toilet brand. And then I was re-listening to that episode because I was cutting stuff, and then you go into soap and clean. So that like minute of where just because you have a bar of soap doesn't make you clean.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's a quote you put on a wall somewhere. But yeah, that one's so good. Another one of my worst moments, saying that the Red Sox had no chance of making the playoffs right after they got swept in the first series of the year against the Orioles. I said there was no chance. I did fall off the perch. I was like, yeah, I was wrong, fully wrong. But I did say that
And then
mainly
they
because I
kicked your
hate the Red
Yankees.
Sox.
And then they kicked your Yankees out when you said the Yankees are losing wild card or win the World Series. And the
I
Red
wasn't
Sox
completely wrong though.
You weren't wrong. You weren't.
Yeah.
But that like the Red Sox got back at you. They listened and they're like, we're done. And then the Red Sox and Cardinals both have it out for us.
Yeah. It's a little bit more spiritual with the Cardinals because there was like no shot of it happening, and you were so adamant that there's no shot. And I'm like, there's a shot technically, and you're like, no, there's no shot.
It was historical what they did.
And then they lose to the Dodgers, and that was that.
Chris Taylor, yeah, and then the Dodgers lose to the Braves. We also hate the Astros. That's a great moment. Just those bits.
Yeah.
Best one, I mentioned the NBA playoffs. Football one, worst one is the going against Tom Brady and picking Rodgers over that dumb. Oh man, Scotty Miller, right? He scored a touchdown.
Yeah,
Scotty
before
Miller.
halftime. Yeah.
Jordan Love pick is fun, and then the Aaron Rodgers saga. We never got that on recording. The Aaron Rodgers saga. That was when we were against each other.
Oh yeah,
Like the
100%.
Jordan Love. Oh man, I wish a Jordan Love jersey. That would be great. The heir apparent.
Heir apparent. We've had a lot of fun times. I normally like when we agree partially, but also have some disagreement. But there's been some times where we, like you said, agree on everything for a whole video. We're just like, yeah, and then we'll have a video where, I mean, we can't even agree we can't agree on anything.
We argued over We argued over Mahomes and Allen and Wilson.
It's actually crazy how we both do better picking for the other person's favorite team. For example, you said that the Mavs would be a higher seed, the 3 seed. I said a 6 seed. Both of us were wrong with that. But I had them winning a playoff round. You did not.
Oh, yeah.
Preseason. For the Cowboys, I had them making the playoffs. You did not have them making the playoffs. And then when we got into the playoffs, I'm like, they're losing the 49ers. You're like, they're beating the 49ers. And no.
Stupid.
Point is, if I'm picking one of Kevin's teams it's probably right for one of your teams. But then again, you picked the Packers to beat the Bucks, and I was like Tom Brady, and the Packers lost. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's tough. I do find it funny though that it's consistent that I can pick the teams you like better than you can, but you can pick most of the other teams better too.
Yeah, and we've had our moments, and we get heavy in discussion, especially with Juan Soto, but we come back and we're all good. It's gonna be tough with this quarterback episode. We've been planning for months because I was bored in class one day.
Well, we even planned it before then. Like we were planning it like before the Super Bowl happened. We were
because. Oh yeah, sorry. You continue.
Yeah. We've been planning this for a very long time, and it really comes down to Kirk Cousins. Like we did a preliminary. We already made a prelim a long time ago list because we were just interested. What's your top
I was
10?
in class and I was bored, so I wrote my top 10 QBs.
Yes, and I was like, okay, let's do top 15. I changed it. Let's do top 15, and let's just kind of make our own list. And when I say we were worlds apart, it was not close. And this is probably the reason why we keep pushing it off is that we have to make sure we have enough time for it. It is going to be probably the most invasive personal video we've ever constructed because we feel very firmly that we are right on this front.
And it's just how we feel. It's our opinions. Wink, because you can't see us. Outsiders' opinions. Also, we got that comma. We had to make sure the comma was right because we're outsiders. Comma, plural noun with an S, comma, opinions. So, differing opinions sometimes the same opinion. But it's how we feel. It's what we prefer. We just had that discussion with our MLB video of the money of Austin will bet on himself and not take the $72 million.
Yeah, but man, we've had some really good moments too. I thoroughly enjoy when we get off track and try to make sense of stuff in a very unorthodox fashion. Those are always the best.
Oh yes, when during our NBA video we went into a Juan Soto discussion, which prompted us to plan a Juan Soto discussion video.
Yeah, we're planning videos mid video because we're like, this is interesting. We should just make it a whole video. But still, we still don't cut that part away from the NBA video that just had nothing to do with the Juan Soto part. But I mean, I think my favorite moment all time has to be we were doing a video, and I don't remember which video it was, but you got a text mid video, or your mom got a notification and came in the room and told you the Matthew Stafford trade had occurred.
Yes.
That was really good.
That was hilarious because I have recording. Look at my phone, and I said it wrong too, which was funny. And it had gone blank, like it had turned off. So I'm like, why are you showing me this? It's blank. Oh, look at this. Oh, now I see what you're saying. And that was wild because that really was incredible. That's like a year ago. Yeah, it's before a year ago.
Yeah, it's way before a year ago. That was early. That was like 6 months in because that was Super Bowl. We started in August. That's about 6 months.
Yes.
That was like way over a year ago.
Yeah, was way over a year ago. We were still in the old format. I also love how the first episode we did, this is one of the worst moments of you. It's just the mic thing. I didn't know how to use the editing software yet. You are incredibly loud. I am incredibly soft. So don't rewatch the first video. And but now someone sent in the new format. Like we had an outsider's opinions, and then we adapted it to where we designed a new format for each video, which I like. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, and we'll still have videos that aren't really opinions of the week. Like when we're talking about the NBA Finals or stuff like that, I guess it is opinions of the week. But we also have times where we'll just do a Juan Soto video, and that's not really MLB. That's Juan Soto opinions of the week. That's not really specific.
Yeah, I was talking about like the graphics, like
the
NBA one. I love the NBA one.
But the reason why we really came up with, or I came up with the name and really the idea, but the reason why we do it is because it just gives us so much ability to do whatever we want. We can really do anything we want to do with it. There's not much restriction when it comes to uh, doing whatever we want to do because we just say it's opinions of the week. There's not really a definition now. The title's not really opinions of the week, but it's whatever we talked about. And there's multiple times where I'm just like, Kevin, I don't really know. Just lead me through the video, and I'll make opinions based on whatever you want to touch. Just so because I know that I get off track extremely easy, and so I don't want to make sure that we don't get to something that you wanted to talk about. But there's definitely been some amazing moments.
Yeah, and I feel more comfortable doing that with you now, 2 years in, because I feel like NFL, I could always do it, but now like baseball, I can go off track with you.
Yeah.
NHL, we need a little bit more, but I think it was good. First year, we had that specific. We stayed specific. But once we got used to it and now we're comfortable doing it, we can go off track so far, but we're like, it's fine. It's opinions. It's two people talking sports and what they view about each sport. And it's just fun. I love the interview aspect. So great having people on. And we appreciate them coming on. And
I do think, sorry to interrupt,
No,
but we
you're
have to
totally-
mention this. What is your favorite interview?
Okay, I love all the interviews, but it is the Tepper interview, MU grad, and he is hilarious. I laugh. Zach Bigley though is also fun because that's someone. His voice just seems like an announcer voice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like no offense to all the other people who've had commentate. It's just like that voice, and he has a really funny intro with "You better subscribe." So it's good.
Yeah. One of my favorites is definitely the Hearn interview, mainly because it was so early to get an actual MLB player to do an interview with us. That was special, especially because you and I did not know what we were doing. Like we had no idea.
yeah.
Like we're in our credit now. We are a lot better, which I don't think is all that crazy to say than we
agree.
were because we were. Look, if you've liked any of our recent interviews, do not listen to our old ones unless you just want to hear Taylor Hearn speak because we could not lead an interview to save our lives. We were tripping over each other. Man, it was a struggle. I definitely think our best interview is the Tepper one because we were in a groove. And it was really cool to hear all he had to say. He was very, very well spoken, in an interesting story, and it's easy to like him. He's just a likable guy.
Yeah, and everyone else was great. Yeah, the Hearn one definitely you learned from failure, and it was nothing on Taylor Hearn's part.
Oh no, it was all us.
us.
We could not construct a quality interview to save our lives.
Yeah. We went through questions 5 minutes in, and we're like, okay, let's just shoot from our belt.
Oh yeah, it was not, and we still do that now. Like we still like get off questions based on what they say, and interview questions that had no idea we were even going to say before the video starts. But those questions, the way we presented them, we were tripping over each other. We had no idea what we were doing. We enjoyed it though. That's why I said it's probably one of my favorite. Not only talking to a current major leaguer, but that early, him wanting to do it. I definitely give him a lot of props for even sitting through that interview because that must have been tough for him.
Yeah. And he said a great quote in that video. Hey man, I'll help with whatever you need. Y'all are in the minors right now, which we still are in the minors.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I would say we're in AA.
Yeah, we were in rookie ball back then. That was not even.
Yes.
We were, just got signed out of the lowest round in the draft. Terrible. Like I don't normally listen to our videos, but if I listen to our current videos, like I don't hate myself, but back then it was not good.
Yeah. With me, I just kind of take what I learn. I'm used to listening to my voice since I edit, but I do it really quickly. Like I'm not going to I sit through the interviews but like with this video, I may add a few more stuff, but I just check the volume. We're good. Anything crazy happens, but it's just, I enjoy just doing it And I just think as long as I keep doing it, I get comfortable, and I'm much more comfortable, especially interviews. Do you remember the first interview? You could tell I was really nervous with Jared Sandler, and he could
Oh
tell.
yeah, nowadays, I mean, we still have some big interviews planned that we need to get to, like this winter break, sometime around Christmas. We should be able to power out some really good interviews that I'm excited to get to, and interviews I've been waiting to do for a very long time, and I don't want to spoil it. So I think you already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get you. We're
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
wavelength. We
Yeah.
have that wavelength now after 2 years. Well, we had a wavelength, but now it's even more where you'll say something. I'm like, I was thinking just that.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing, especially with the interviews, that we just did not have chemistry. And now, even in disagreement, we still have chemistry. We understand each other's humors, and even if I don't agree with what you're saying, I know what you're saying. So it's been fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed the last 2 years, and here's to 2 more years at least.
Yep, let's go. Big moment. We appreciate it. And I've definitely got more comfortable with disagreeing. Like, that's your opinion. This is my opinion. We both put valid reasons. And to me, it's something that I never want to do, is what First Take does. Or, well, oops, I said First Take, whatever. Or what people do where they're just yelling at each other and they don't believe their takes.
Yeah,
It's just like, this is going to get me views. And we both say, we don't, we're doing this for fun. People want to listen. Great. We appreciate it. I'm not saying don't subscribe. I'm saying subscribe.
yeah.
This
We
new
we
video.
we
Should.
really do appreciate any and all support. I don't really care if there's only one person watching this. I mean, I love that one person watching it. Like, that's just how it is. But like you were saying, if we disagree with each other, we disagree in real life. These are real life conversations just about sports, just outsiders' opinions, which is why we called it that. If you and I agree on something, though, we really do agree on it. We're not trying to hide something and just sometimes agree so that we appear like we don't always disagree. But we truly do believe everything we say. And while sometimes we are wrong, at least we believed in it. So I don't feel as embarrassed as if I say something I don't believe in and I'm wrong, man, it has to be embarrassing. Because not only did you not believe in it, you also were wrong. So you don't even get to put your personal like pride in it. There's no pride with that. But if I say the Wizards are going to make the playoffs next year and I'm wrong, well, at least I know I believe the Wizards are going to make the playoffs. So I don't feel bad for saying it. And I feel like if you disagree or agree just for the sake of disagreeing or agreeing, eventually you have to regret what you said live to other people because it really does shape people's opinions about you. But I really like what we're doing here. And it's definitely just like you were sitting in a room listening to us talk. It really is.
Yeah. And to me, that's something we've grown into. I've grown in my sports knowledge to where I'm comfortable saying I believed in this. Man, was I wrong. Like with the Cardinals one, I was wrong. I was wrong with Timberwolves. I was wrong with the Wild. I've expected more, and I just misjudged them and expected more of them. And same with the Astros, even though as much as hate, they have quite an organization that's going on. So,
Yeah. And I mean, the biggest part of all that is just that we understand that the other person has an opinion and we can respect that. I feel like in a lot of those other shows that you're referring to, it doesn't seem like the other person's being like their opinion. You're making it seem like that. A lot of people make it seem like other people's opinions just don't matter. Where here, I firmly disagree with you on the Kirk Cousins take, but at least I know that like you're not. I respect your opinion. I know that you're coming from the right spot. And while I may disagree with you, I know you're not saying it to disagree with me or to anger me or anything else. I know that you're just saying that because you firmly believe that that is the case, even though it's wrong. But it's okay to be wrong. It is.
It's okay. I have warmed up to Kirk Cousins. We'll see where I rank him. But if you're telling me, man, there are some quarterbacks I would love to have. I know you are much better in quarterback luxury than I am. Is Dak Prescott, I think, is a fringe top 10 quarterback. Little spoiler. I just think he has the opportunity to do it, but there are sometimes he doesn't do it. With Kirk Cousins, he has that ability. It's just he's not as consistent. There are some games he's just, in my opinion, not good. Some games where he's incredible. Don't really know. Dak's kind of consistent for me, but little sports thing for opinions. But I really enjoy this. I really appreciate you doing this. I'm so glad we've been able to do it for 2 years.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a stop the past couple of weeks, but that was just because we were extremely busy. But now we're back on the grind. And this is honestly some of my favorite parts of the week is just sitting here and just being able to talk to sports because not everyone likes talking about sports. And like you said, a lot of people don't like to disagree. And I understand that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like to disagree, but here I feel comfortable knowing that you're going to disagree with me sometimes. I'm going to disagree with you sometimes, and we're going to be able to have a civil conversation without having friendships lost. Because like, oh, you're a Packers fan. Oh, you're a Steelers fan. Oh, you're a whatever fan. I can't be a friend with you. You're a Cowboys fan. You're a Patriots fan. You're whatever. But here we don't really care.
Well, yeah. We may get frustrated with each other, but we're not going to end the friendship, which we are friends, I hope. We've never defined the relationship.
Yeah. It's different. We're co-hosts.
We're co-hosts. So is that greater than friendship?
I don't know. You can define it the way you want to.
Yeah. It's just very funny. I also talk to you a lot, which is fun. It's just when we were on that break, it felt like longer than I thought, and we remained relatively consistent.
Oh yeah. When we're on a hot streak, we can get a lot of straight days where we are just rolling out videos. There's been weeks, I think, all 7 days we posted.
Oh yeah, there was last semester or last year when we were first doing it. It took me a little bit of time to figure out posting, but we've gotten it. We've got it,
and figured out the scheduling and all that stuff. Yeah, we set ourselves up for a good portion of success, and I definitely think that we have a really good chance at doing something memorable if we can continue doing it.
Yes, we continue. Thank y'all for joining. Hope share it with others. Really enjoyed this conversation, Austin.
Yeah,
we'll talk more.
Obviously.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, there'll be other videos, especially quarterback video. We'll hype that up. But that's all we got. We'll put in some funny clips at the end. Let us know what you think of that. And thank you so much for doing this with 2 years. Hopefully we live on for more. Thank you and continue doing this. Thank you for listening. Austin, I'll let you close it out.
Thank you guys. I've never really closed this out. It feels a little bit weird, but after 2 years, maybe I finally get the right to. So yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll add in more. We'll see. We'll experiment and we'll keep going. And that's all we got. Cardinals out.
And you can quote this on me. There is no way the Orioles or Red Sox make the playoffs this season. Yeah, yeah. There's no way. There's no way.
The Cardinals, I just don't think they do it. That's a perfect name. What you said, name brand players. Like, it's not the Great Value Target brand toilet paper or whatever. It's the Charmin Ultra Strong.
Oh, just because I bought the best soap doesn't mean your room's gonna be clean.
I appreciate you guys having me on though, but I would 100% tell you guys to continue sticking with it. Try to interview. I know it's going to be it's a frustrating process because you guys are just not getting started. But I promise you, if y'all can stick with it, you'll always be able to have me on. Whenever. So just know that because I know what it's like. It's kind of like you guys are going through the minor leagues right now. You kind of got small podcast that's going through some things and stuff like that. So it's kind of like just got to be patient. So I tell you guys one thing: just be patient with it.